I ain't done nothing wrong by speaking to the gentleman. I've a right to sell flowers if I keep off the curb. I'm a respectable girl, so help me. I never spoke to him except to ask him to buy a flower off me.
Don't start.
What's all the blooming noise? It's a tech taking you down.
Well, I'm making an honest
They're shouting.
Where's it coming from? Don't let him charge me. You don't know what it means to me. They'll take away my character and drive me on the streets for speaking to gentlemen.
There. Who's hurting you, you silly girl? What you take me for?
I'm a Bible elf. I never spoke a word.
Shut up. Do I look like a policeman?
Then what you take down me words for? How do I know you took me down right? You just show me what you wrote about me. Oh. What's that ain't proper writing? I can't read it.
I can. I say, Captain, now buy your flower off a poor gal.
Oh, it's because I called him Captain. I meant no harm. Oh, so don't let him lay charge again me for a word like that.
I'll make
you don't know
no
what...
charge. Really, sir, if you are a detective, you didn't begin protecting me against molestation from young women until I ask you. Anyone could tell the girl meant no harm.
He ain't no techie, he's a gentleman. Look at his boots.
How are all your people down at Selsey?
Who told you my people come from Selsey?
Never mind, they do. How'd you come to be up so far east? You were born in Lisson Grove.
Oh, what harm is there my leaving Lisson Grove? It wasn't fit for a pig to live in and I had to pay 4 and 6
Live where you like, but stop that noise.
Come, he can't touch you. You've a right to live where you please.
I'm a good girl,
Yes,
I
yes,
am.
yes.
Where do I come from?
Hoxton.
Well, who said I didn't? Blimey, you know everything, you do.
You, sir, do you think you could find me a taxi?
I don't know whether you've noticed it, madam, but it stopped raining. You can get a motor bus to Hampton Court. Well, that's where you live, isn't it?
What impertinence.
Yeah, tell him where he comes from. You want to go fortune-telling?
Cheltenham, Harrow, Cambridge, and, India?
Quite right.
Blimey, he ain't a tech. He's a bloomin' busybody.
I may
that's
ask,
what
sir,
he
do you
is.
do this sort of thing for a living at a music hall?
Well, I have thought of it. Perhaps I will one day.
He's no gentleman, he ain't interfere with a poor
How
girl.
do you do it, may I ask?
Simple phonetics, the science of speech. That's my profession. Also my hobby. Anyone can spot an Irishman or a Yorkshireman by his brogue, but I can place a man within 6 miles. I can place him within 2 miles in London, sometimes within 2 streets.
Ought to be ashamed of himself, unmanly cow.
Is there a living in that?
Oh, yes, quite a fat one.
Mind his own business and leave a poor girl to...
Woman! Cease this detestable boo-hooing instantly, or else seek the shelter of some other place of worship.
I've a right to be here if I like, same as you.
Woman who utters such disgusting and depressing noises has no right to be anywhere, no right to live. Remember that you're a human being with a soul and the divine gift of articulate speech. That your native language is the language of Shakespeare and Milton and the Bible. Don't sit there crooning like a bilious pigeon.
Ow!
Look at her, a prisoner of the gutters. Condemned by every syllable she utters. By right, she should be taken out and hung. For the cold-blooded murder of the English tongue.
Ow!
Oh, heavens, what a sound. This is what the British population calls an elementary education.
Come, sir, I think you picked a poor example.
Did I? Hear them down in Soho Square, dropping H's everywhere, speaking English any way they like. You, sir, did you go to school?
What do you take me for, a fool?
Well, no one taught him take instead of tyke. Hear a Yorkshireman, or worse, hear a Cornishman converse. I'd rather hear a choir singing flat. Chickens cackling in a barn, just like this one.
Gone!
Gone. I ask you, sir, what sort of word is that? It's ow and gone that keep her in her place, not her wretched clothes and dirty face. Why can't the English teach their children how to speak? This verbal class distinction, by now, should be antique. If you spoke as she does, sir, instead of the way you do, why, you might be selling flowers, too.
Beg your pardon.
An Englishman's way of speaking absolutely classifies him. The moment he talks, he makes some other Englishman despise him. one common language I'm afraid we'll never get. Oh, why can't the English learn to set a good example to people whose English is painful to your ears? The Scotch and the Irish leave you close to tears. There even are places where English completely disappears. Well, in America, they haven't used it for years. Why can't the English teach their children how to speak? No, we